What's up there, Facebook? Hope you're all doing fantastically. Welcome to today's live. Today we're going to be talking about how to gain momentum. What we're talking about today is we're going to talk about how to gain momentum. That's what we're talking about today. So as you guys are tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. We're going to be getting started in a couple of minutes. We had a lot of conversations with a lot of very early stage entrepreneurs, a lot of people in not only early stages, but people even that are more established as well. And when it comes to business, the one thing is about getting momentum, right? So gaining momentum is so important in business. And if you're not moving into momentum, you're most likely sitting in stagnation. And there's some reasons why people are in stagnation when it comes to business, and we're going to be talking about that today, how to gain a lot more momentum and how to move forward faster with a lot more clarity and a lot more surety within ourselves. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be getting started in a couple of minutes. For a lot of businesses, people that are in either early startup or have been doing it for a while or whatever, they have a tendency to really just sit there, right, and not do a lot. Right? And I mean that with all due respect as well. So we're talking about how to gain momentum. This momentum. All right, that's what we're talking about today, how to gain momentum. Because a lot of people, right, they get great ideas, great opportunities, and because we're entrepreneurs, there's a lot of shiny objects. To give you guys a snapshot, right? We're in the marketing space, so it's we get presented with offers for different people every day to be able to take, some type of, equity in companies, right? Every single day, there's people that want us to help them with their business, want us to be able to, work with them closely, all this type of stuff, right? And go into many different types of businesses and things like that. And really, it takes away from the, if you have 10 rabbits and you try to catch one of them, you can't, you try to catch 10 rabbits all in the one box, it's really freaking hard, right? And when it comes to momentum's where you get success. Momentum's where you actually start getting big results in business, right? And you stop floundering about, and you stop, procrastinating and all these types of things that come in. So it's people procrastinate. People, look for the perfect plan, right? They look for the perfect way to be able to do something, right? Yet it doesn't move them forward. They get ideas changing every 2 seconds to do something new. New opportunities come their way, so they start focusing on that, right? So they move from one opportunity to the next to the next. And then next level to that, it's all these little shiny objects of different things that they could be doing. And before you know it, there's 10 different things that they're trying to catch, and they're going absolutely nowhere. And they're not getting into momentum. Momentum is exactly what will help you move forward in business, right? Once you get momentum, it is like a freight train. A freight train that will plow through absolutely anything in their path. So if someone's presenting with a new idea, momentum will just go straight through that. Someone comes to you with new opportunities, right? Once you're in momentum there with one business, right, and it's scaling, it's going fast, it's working, it's killing it, right? It'll plow through any other opportunities that anyone else presents you with as well, right? Because a lot of people, they never ever get into momentum in their business. They never ever do. So they never ever achieve the success that they want to achieve because of shiny objects, moving from opportunity to opportunity, one idea to the next, changing funnels, right? you're one funnel away. So they change funnels like every 2 seconds, and they don't give any opportunity to be able to get into momentum, right? So if you're looking to market, you're looking to get more leads, it's a momentum thing, right? If you're looking to gain more sales, it's a momentum thing, right? Everything, once you create momentum in it, no matter what it is that you're doing, that's when you're going to start achieving the success that you want in your business, right? So that's what we're going to be talking today, is how to actually go about getting into momentum so that you can move forward with clarity and you can start getting the results that you truly want to achieve. And if you guys want fast success and you want to achieve more, this is what you got to get in. This is the goal, right? So first of all, to get into momentum, you got to really understand one thing, is that in business, there's probably about 1,000 tasks, right? I'm overstating this, right? And I'm playing with it a little bit. So there's thousands of tasks that you could be doing, right? I'll give you some examples. So it could be that, you've got to set up new marketing campaigns, right? The next task is it's sales calls. The next task is, building your website. The next one is blogs. The next one is, it could be that you have got to organize something else. I don't know, like emails, email automation. Then over and above that, there's your personal stuff, right? So there's family. There is heaps of other things, right? There's so many. You guys get the point. There's so many things that you could be doing, right? And another one could be is I've got to hook up emails to my website. Or I need to fix my funnel, right? Or, I need to create a new offer because Joe Blogs on the internet said that I need to change my offer. Then, there is another program that I bought that I have got to go through, right? There is someone messaged me the other day and said that I should go bowling, right? Going out this weekend, right? So you guys get it, right? So there's thousands of tasks that, I've got to make a phone call to, the credit card company, right? Whatever that is, right? So it's there's there's thousands of different tasks that you could be doing every single day, right? And what will your mind do? Your mind will go, okay, I'm going to do whatever's easiest. That's what your mind will do, whatever you feel comfortable with, right? Because the mind, what it will do is it will want you to do what's more comfortable because it won't, quote unquote, be painful. It won't, quote unquote, be uncomfortable, right? So that's what your mind will ask you to do. It'll say, we'll do whatever's comfortable. So it might be message a friend, right? Or you might be stuck on, you might be just scrolling social media, right? So this is the thing that you've got to be really conscious of, right? Because you could be doing heaps of other things like this. You got to be conscious of what tasks are more important over others. So, and for a lot of people, right, as well, is they start their day, right? And they go, what should I do today? That's how they start their day. What should I do today? Well, I don't know. And then they sit there for 5-10 minutes and they scroll through social media and, then they find that an hour's gone and they go, what should I be doing today? Right? So there's no real plan. right? And when it comes to getting momentum, when it comes to being able to grow your business, there is really only around probably three main tasks that will move you forward. So like, what are those three tasks going to be, right? That's going to move you forward, right? It depends on where your business is at to really work out what that's going to be, right? It depends on where your business is at. Like, if you're at $1 million already, right? Like, or you're at $100,000, or you're in startup, tasks that you could be doing and what you should be doing are completely different, right? So, really, this is what you got to start doing to be able to gain more momentum now, okay? So momentum comes from planning. Number one, planning. And it's like you spend, say, 15 minutes planning your day the night before, okay? Every single day, I know what I'm doing the next day. So when I start the day, I know exactly what I am doing and where I'm going. I just look at my calendar, I'm ready to roll. So you spend time planning. So usually what I do is I have a list. I write a list of the to-dos, okay? And then from there, I go, what are the must-dos? Which is priority. Okay? Then I look at the outcome I'm after for the week. And what's going to move me the furthest forward. So, all of you have a goal to achieve and something that you want to really do each week. And there's only a few different things that are going to move you forward the fastest, right? So, when it comes to moving yourself forward, moving your business forward, right, it's the fact that you've really got to start switching your focus, right? So, momentum comes from focus. You've got to start focusing on what it is that you want. Focusing on these things here. What are the outcomes that you're after? And really, the must-dos, there's only around 3 of them that's going to get you to that outcome. Okay? And everything else falls into, it doesn't need to be done for 1 week. Doesn't need to be done for 3 weeks. Right? It's not important at the moment. So things are like not important at the moment, right? Like you don't need to be doing them right now. There's no time limit on it. It's not a must, etc., right? It's not going to move you forward today. It's just an idea that you had, right? And knowing that focus, right? Focusing on your outcomes and focusing on what's going to get you to the result a lot faster is what's going to fulfill you. It's what's going to show that you're growing every single day, you're growing every single week, you're becoming better, okay? Growth is so important to human nature, okay? If we're staying where we are, it's disappointing, right? Like, I'm sure you guys get the feeling sometimes, right? When you want to achieve something and you're not moving any closer to it, or you feel like you're not moving any closer to it, it's disheartening. It doesn't make you feel good. Okay, even if you are on purpose, etc., you still want to be moving forward towards your outcomes. And a lot of people spend too much time doing things that are not important. It's not really going to move you forward in any way, shape, or form. Like and share the stream, let more people hear this. So it's like, to gain momentum, you got to be planning. You must be planning though the night before. right? It's not a, morning of where you start the day and you don't know what you're going to do for the day, right? To be able to move forward, you must plan the night before. I know that every time I plan something the night before and I get everything out ready and I know that, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I achieve outcomes and I get so much more done. When I don't do it, I flounder about and really get nothing done. And this whole session today is designed around how do you gain momentum, but more importantly, how do you get more done, right? And everything comes through focused. If you're not focused, you will not get momentum. You just got to know how you operate as a person to be able to get to these outcomes faster. Right? And this is how you do it, right? So you must be planning every single day. 15 minutes, right? That's all you need. Get it on a piece of paper. What are the list to do-dos? Right, and now what are the things that are must? What are the 3 things that are going to move me to the outcome each week? Okay, and that's your focus area. All right, so I'm going to be taking questions as well around this. So you guys just hit me with those questions that you do have, because focus, where your focus goes, results show. Okay, and results can be what are based on whatever you're focusing on, right? So if you're going to be building your website, right, and you focus on building your website, you'll build the website and you get a result, which is a built website. However, you got a question, is that going to get me closer to the outcome, right? For a lot of startups, they go about setting up websites and all this type of stuff and everything, like getting all of this put in place. However, you got a question also, is the in-depth websites a really, really good use of my money to invest into someone, or am I better off finding another way to be able to, get leads, get sales now, right? Or some sort of temporary type landing page, etc. Is that going to be better and more beneficial for me right now to be able to get my product to market so I can sell? Or is my time best spent building the website myself? Is the best use of my time spent doing the marketing myself, or if I have the budgets, should I be passing it on to somebody else? Okay. Is my time best spent developing things, or am I best bringing a partner in to do the development so I can get the product to market as well? Okay. These are all the things that you've got to ask yourself around this too, because momentum, I can tell you right now, is not done. True momentum is not all truly done on your own. Okay? Having more people in enables you to get more done and enables you to be able to stay more in your zone of genius, right? And what you are really good at as a person. Because let's face it, we're not all really good at everything. I am really good at tech, really, really good at tech and understanding things, and I'm like a dog with a bone when it comes to tech, and I want to get sorted out. Is that the best use of my time, though, to be able to help business warriors move forward? No, it's not. Okay? No, it's not. I'm better off doing more content, working on more ways to generate more leads, building relationships, and selling, right? Because that's my... selling's my main strength. That's my biggest strength, selling things, okay? I can sell things before they're even built, right? I can give someone a full picture of what it's going to look like, and I can sell it without it even being built, right? I can sell off an idea. That's like my superpower as such, right? However, tech, I'm basically like a chameleon. I can do anything, right? I can do tech. I can work tech out, I can plan, I can manage teams, I can do all this sort of stuff, I can build automation, I can build marketing, I can design webs, I can do all this sort of stuff, but is it the best use of my time, right? No, it's not, right? I look at what will get me into momentum. What gets me into momentum is out there speaking to people, is out there, making calls, motivating people. That's what I'm really good at. That's what you would call a zone of genius. Okay. However, right, when it comes to getting momentum, you got to understand what your zone of genius is, but you must also plan to get towards your outcomes. Like, you plan your outcome, you know what your outcome is, and you design it around it. You don't spend time on things that aren't going to move you forward fast. Because a lot of the to-do lists that a lot of you are all organizing, I can tell you now, there's some things there that aren't important that you work on of a day. Okay? And we see it so often with entrepreneurs as well, right? Like, okay, cool, I'm just going to dive in and just, do my website because it's safe, and it's comfortable. I'm comfortable dealing with the tech and all that type of stuff. But if it's not going to move you forward as a business owner, it's not going to move you forward as a person, right? Then, okay, what are you going to do about it, right? You got to focus on what is important and what's going to help you move forward as a business owner, right? And look, like and share this, ask some questions as well, because it's so important that you are, working on more so what's going to get you closer to the result. And I can tell you right now, those 3 things, you focus on these 3 tasks that are going to get you closer towards your outcomes, you'll move a lot faster. Okay? See, if your business is going through cash flow issues, right? Then you got to be focusing more on sales. You got to be focused on, getting more cash in. Right? That's what you got to be focusing on. If you're not getting enough leads at the moment, but you're just building websites and making random whatever, then it's like, okay, if we're not getting enough leads at the moment, I need to put a little bit more focus on lead generation, right? I need to focus more on leads. How can I get more leads in? Who can I hire? Who can I work with, right? To be able to help me get more leads? Who can I partner up with? That type of stuff. That's what you got to be focusing on. How can we get more leads to the team? How can we have more conversations within the team, right? So if that's the sort of, if that's the thing that's holding you back at the moment and getting more leads, that's where you must focus. Because if you don't focus there, you're not going to get the outcomes that you're after, right? And when it comes to getting into momentum with something, as I said, it's planning, writing the to-do list, cutting out the dead wood of the shit that you shouldn't be doing. Start focusing on 3 main things that are going to get you towards the result, right? Because you guys could do 10, 20, 30 grand in sales this week, right? But you're just focusing in the wrong areas. You're not putting enough time in the right areas. So focus on the right areas that are going to get you to the result. That's what it's all about. Okay? Like and share the stream. Ask your questions right now as well. I'm going to be taking those questions too. Welcome, SERENA. Welcome across to the call. Welcome. Welcome, Betty. Good to see you here again today. Amazing. Welcome, Mum, to the call, as always. My biggest fan. Yeah, you guys have any questions or anything at the moment around gaining momentum? Because momentum is just a fickle thing. Should you get into momentum, like, the world is, how far up do you want to go, right? Like, how far forward do you want to jump? That's what it comes down to as well when you're in momentum. So I want all of you to get into momentum. I want all of you to start getting different results. And I want you to focus on the right things that are going to get you the results, not focusing on these things that aren't important, right? Because you're focusing on things that are that just aren't important at the moment, a lot of you, right? So start focusing on the things that are important. That's what it's all about. Alrighty, so let us know, what other questions do you guys have about today and how can I serve you guys? Hit us up with those questions right now, because I'm going to be answering more questions. And it doesn't even have to be around momentum, right? Like, you can have any questions about anything. I'm happy to answer those for you and get it all answered. So just hit us up with what questions you have and what you would like to know. It doesn't have to be around this particular subject that I'm speaking about today. However, I'm happy to still answer them, right? So hit us up with those. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up today. And I'm going to get some lunch. I'm starving. Absolutely starving. Hit us with those questions now or forever hold your peace. What questions do you guys have? Hit me with a sandboy chip. I don't know why that keeps going through my head. Maybe I just want Samboy chips because my diet's really lean and everything at the moment too. I just want chips, I think. What other questions do you guys have around anything? It could be, lead generation. It could be anything that you guys have at all. I'm just going to refresh my screen to see if there's any questions come through because sometimes they don't come through. Have to reload. Focus is still offer my first international product. Okay, great. So what you need to do is you need to focus on what's going to get me to the result of offering that first international product, right? So first of all, you focus on, right, what is the product? How is it structured? What would be, you would ask yourself the question, what would be a 5-star experience with my product? What would that look like? What am I going to price it at? And then, if it's a brand new product, who can I get on as a beta test or something to be able to test that product out so that I can, get that to market, right? So that's what you'd focus on, right? You got to focus on, okay, what is the list of what you got to do, right, for the product, right? Write it down. What is the list? Now, what are the 3 things that I must do to be able to get it to market this week, today? Because really, I don't know, if it's a digital product, what's the outcome of the product? What are the steps to get to the outcome? And, just you'd put off probably 3 sort of main tabs off each one of those steps, right, that people must go through to be able to do it. Once that's in place, then I go, okay, cool. I got to get this tested now, see if someone will pay some money for the product. So I'll put a few posts out there, some marketing material to be able to get some interest, sell the product, sell half a dozen of that product to a dozen of that product, and then build it, get paid to build that particular product. That's the process that we go through with digital products. 300 Mastermind, we sold a dozen of those before we even built it and set it up. And we do that with all of our digital products as well. That's if you're building a digital product, of course. Just going to refresh this again, see if there's any more questions come up. What is a great first offer? I'm not sure what the product is. Let me know the product. I would need to know what the product is to be able to give you a great first offer, because at the moment I don't know what the product is to be able to give an offer for it. So it depends on what the product is. Is it a business-to-business product? Is it a business-to-consumer product? Is it a finance product? Is it a coaching product? Is it a consulting product? Is it a health product? Is it a tech product, right? Is it a what is it? What type of service is it, right? We really want to know what it is. What is a great offer? What is your niche? Okay. Sweet. So I'm just going to refresh again. If there's any more questions from you all, just hit us up with that. We really got to know what a product, what it's going to be before we can say what that offer is going to be, because I don't know what the product is. So, what is your niche? Digital product, how-to ebook. So how to master your immune system. Yeah, okay, great. So, great first offer could be that you run a webinar, or you on, how to master your immune system, right? How to eliminate disease, or whatever it is that you like to do. If it's how to master your immune system, then yeah, a how-to webinar with three teaching points on it would be perfect. You obviously need to work on the headline a little bit more as well. You can just do heaps of research on that on the internet to be able to find a catchy headline for that webinar. And you can just run, I would just suggest running for the next 90 days those products, right? Just running webinars for the next 90 days live and then turn it into a evergreen. That's what I would do. That is my suggestion. We've done plenty of those in the past. It's how I first started with webinars as well, just 90 days worth of webinars. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Cool. Alrighty, thank you so much everyone for tuning in today. I'm going to go off and get some lunch now then. So really, to gain momentum, in summary, you've got to really start focusing on what's important. Start planning the night before, write down a big to-do list, and then just go through a solid freaking cut of what's important, what's not. And there's only really 3 things out of this massive to-do list that you'll build, right? That will actually get you to the outcomes that you're after each week. All right? So start focusing on what's going to get you the outcomes. Start focusing on those 3 things that are going to get you to the outcomes every single week, and you'll find that you'll start moving forward a lot faster. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, today. Really, really appreciate you all jumping on. And just remember this one thing. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And what I want you guys to do, make it happen. Implement what we're talking about today. Implement it all, right? Because the results only show when you focus and you implement, okay? Unfortunately, law of attraction and sitting there meditating on it doesn't work. So to get momentum, focus and implement. That's what it all comes down to. As I said, there's only 3 things. Watch this video again and again and again so you can really get it. And get out there and make it happen. Be the warrior. Speak to you all soon.